Excuse me. Hello. I'd like to say that.
Just keep talking.
I'd like to say that if you were to take and consider that this room or this building caught on fire, and that the firemen came and they tried to save everybody in this building, would you say it was because of their job that they're doing this? And then on the reverse side, what if the fire department didn't come? And everybody in this room, I don't think nobody would be settled until everyone was out of the building. That would be our humanities. Our humanities go further than our politics. It goes further than our racism, and it goes further than our country. We go back in history and we talk about the things that have happened with the civil rights movements and all of these things. Those things were very necessary to bring us to a certain point in time. Women are like one half of the bird, so to speak. You have the wings, two wings. The bird has two wings. It's like women and men. Without women and men, the world won't exist. There was a time when, before this country was settled as far as blacks and whites and everything else, but the world was in trouble, and this country was a haven. And people came here because it was a haven. And the humanities that should come from that is what black women and white women should be striving for, women across the world. If you focus your attention on the women in this country, black women and white women, and we lose sight of our humanities in the world, all the problems are going to be taken away in war. Because the wings of the bird, women and men have been in power for the last longest. We've been in war after war after war. Our greatest time period for humanities, I think, has just passed. And we're headed back to the worst time of humanity now. It's time for everybody to come together, for everybody in the world, and show the support for our humanities. Because we're not going to get power from the political system. You're not going to get power from the racial system. You're going to get power from God. And God talks about the humanities. There was a time when Muslim women, if they had a female baby, the baby was buried alive. It was God who came to his aid. He didn't want to change the people of Arabia, the men, to where they would stop burying their women alive, their female babies. So humanity is the main mover here, not prejudice. If we go to prejudice, we're going to stick in the past, and we're going to stay in the past, because nobody's going to be able to solve it. The only power is in God.
I just have a quick, some things, some nuggets of nutrition, hopefully. I think you're spot on that we need to be in solidarity with folks across the globe. That is really, really critical. I think part of this intersectional analysis is about our nationality, right? So it's, you know, it's gender, race, class, nationality, language, ability, right? All of these things, and so yeah, the American identity is part of that. But I also think some folks use as a measure of success the health of a society is based on its margins, and so while I think that we need to really talk about wage gaps and traditional women's struggles, I think that we have a moral responsibility from God to include in our movement gender nonconforming people and gender queer people and gender buckers, all of that, right? As essential to the success of our movements. And so part of that work is about shifting the narrative and our language around how we describe what we're doing. So a practice of mine is to use gender neutral language and to not succumb to other systems that want me to just talk about men and women. So that's just my nugget of nutrition.
Okay. I think you had your hand, so after you.